This is a HeadGum podcast.
And we are back.
Yes, we are.
We're here with Stevie Berg, too, for the intros.
Hey, guys. How you doing? I'm Steve Berg, Omaha, Nebraska.
Steve Hot from the ads.
Yeah.
Well, we were just doing some ads, and I decided Gareth and I were just going to do a little bit of work this morning, and I just sent a link to Steve. And, Steve, you were singing little tags at the end of each ad. Which one was your favorite, and can we get a taste of some of them?
Wayfair is just what Steve needs.
Okay,
Do you
how about
remember
another one?
any of the others
yeah.
besides
I
that
do.
one?
Looking good in Quince, which is a fun one because it really accentuates my lisp.
Can we hear
Give us a
Kachava?
little, Kachava.
I don't remember Kachava.
Just
but
make one up. So it's Kachava. You know what it is.
Kachava, it is oh so good.
Let's have one for sausages.
Ooh, mama, get that casing off and get the sausage in my mouth.
Ew, that
Taking
was
the
the
casing
worst
off.
one.
Yeah, I
Oh,
wish you-
mama, get the casing
Yeah,
off.
yeah, maybe
So
we'll
by the way,
delete
the
that one,
casing's
yeah.
part of the sausage,
Otherwise, it's just
Steven.
a pile of...
I don't know
Ew.
my way around a sausage too well, I'll be
But
honest.
Steven-
I really
Yeah,
love pork.
cut that.
Steven,
There's the title.
Steven, you think with the way people eat sausages is they go like this, all right, let's cook it up. Let's take the casing off and just
right.
eat free meat.
Well, I'll say the only reason I say
Yuck.
that is because when I do eat a sausage, it's a chicken sausage, and I do take that casing right off. And
You
I
do?
Well, yeah. 'Cause
Why don't you just make ground chicken?
You're
homeboy?
hosting our
Because-
Patreon cooking show with takes like that?
Well, yes,
I'll
Steven,
tell
it's
you-
not a
I'll
show
tell you
about...
that. If you
Our
let me
show's not
talk,
called
I'll tell you my
Geniuses here to
rationale.
help.
Guys, sometimes when you're making lasagna, you want Italian sausage, but my wife doesn't eat pork, so I don't eat pork really. But I'll have chicken sausage. I'll take that casing up and I'll grind that up. As opposed to having boring ground chicken, it's ground Italian sausage chicken.
Sounds delicious, actually.
Yes.
I take
know
back
I'm
what I
doing.
said. I will
I'm
say that
always
was
right.
the worst jingle. No, you're not. But you were right there. That was the worst jingle I've ever heard for a sausage commercial.
It wasn't
But
good.
you are right. That lasagna sounds delicious.
It does. It's great.
Hey, mama, take that casing off and let me eat that sausage. If I was sitting there in the booth, I would literally go, I mean, everybody gets fired. If I just walked in and I was the money guy, I'd go, all right, boys and girls, what you been cooking up? Sorry, I just was in Miami. And I go, all right, hey, actually, let's do it. Stevie, I just got in town. Roll it. We're doing the, hey, Gareth, you're our tech guy. Will you set up the spot a
all
little
right,
bit? I
Steve,
just got
your
here. I'm
levels are-
excited to hear.
Steve, your levels are hard to predict. Just why don't you go from the top and remember the money man's here.
Okay. red
I'm
leather,
really,
yellow
so
leather.
guys, really fast, I just need to say, I've paid you guys your full salary for 3 months.
Yeah.
We appreciate
I
it too.
am dying to hear what you've come up with. We are
Yeah.
not selling these sausages the way we need to.
Well, let's remember that when we go into the, into the song. There's
Yeah.
a lot riding on this. So let's get it right.
I'm so
Well,
fucking
so let's stick to the
stressed.
script
We're
and get it
tanking
right.
financially.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look, man,
I understand.
we play
I feel
for a
like the
living.
stakes are raising, but let's just hear one.
Okay, so this is what we got cooking so far. A little ditty like this. 3, 2, actually in the key of B. 3, 2, 1. Get those casings off that sausage. Grind it up for a nice lasagna. Because your wife doesn't eat pork and you might want ground chicken instead. Get that casing off. Put it in your
Gareth,
mouth.
before I comment as the tech guy, as the producer that I hired first, before we found this talent at Central Casting.
Central Casting, I am represented, sir.
Hold on, I'll mute so he can't hear us in the booth. Because I think he's going to be highly
He
responsible.
counted
I'll just
himself
take two.
down, which is crazy.
Yeah.
He's
That's
never
crazy.
been in a booth. So, Gareth, your thoughts,
well,
Mr.
I-
Reynolds?
Listen, what I like about it is that there's a lot we can cut out to get something good, maybe.
Okay.
I don't like that he said you have to grind the sausage after
Hey,
they
guys,
take out the-
guys, you said I couldn't hear this. Actually, I can hear everything you're saying.
Well, it's a crazy denial of reality that we had set up.
Don't you know the first rule of improv, you geek? Actually, I'm not an astronaut. I'm a football player.
It's
best.
not my birthday. Get the hell off the stage.
Get out of here. Okay, you are now at a birthday party. Stop
No, I'm
trying
not.
to write
No,
this.
no,
Get out of here.
I'm fucking Improv Olympic West.
We'd be 8 minutes in and be like, this is a long 40 minutes.
By the way, Improv Olympic West, I've been shooting in Hollywood. It is such a grim exterior still. It's so weird that nothing ever happened with that space. And that whole area of Hollywood now, it's turned into like the craziest area.
That's where we all basically started doing improv together. And then after, what would you say, 10 years it closed when we were there? Something like that?
Yeah, but it was a real hub.
Oh, it was awesome.
It was like
that,
it was
and
a
that
full
corner,
bar.
when the shows would get out, was like nuts.
Packed.
I remember when my cousin came to visit right around when that happened, and she wanted to go to Hollywood. Yeah, Fiona. Okay.
Oh, boy. She loved me, Jake.
Explain, Steve.
To me.
No.
She was British. Okay. The reality is...
Stevie, will you walk me through a little bit of this?
I want to jump in when I can.
Okay. No, Gareth, I think
I'm not going to deny the booth mute.
Jake asked me. Jake's looking for my perspective.
Oh, my God.
Jake, she's from Stourbridge, this little kind of like community in England, right?
You love that.
I don't hate it. And she was so taken with me, comedically, just probably...
Physically.
I mean, I didn't want to say it, but you did.
Let me know when I can jump in.
And she was, I mean, like...
He's cooking.
I was nervous because I was like, hey, I'm a taken man. But,
doesn't matter from her eyes. She's allowed to look at a gift. She just can't take it home.
That's true. Yeah.
Please, someone take me in soon, honestly.
You can window shop at a restaurant and you can look at all the donuts. That doesn't mean you have to eat them all, but you can go, I want that one, and that one, and that one. But I won't have them because I'm on a diet.
Absolutely. But yeah, that's basically long and short about she was wonderful. In another life, I think we could have been very happy together. And
really? So there was tons of vibage.
On her end, mostly.
Let me go.
No, look, we know you're a very loyal man to your wife. Gareth, tag in.
Totally delusional, has been the whole time. She did have a crush on a friend of mine. It wasn't Steve. He's been talking like this. Brett, he's been talking like this.
No way.
Yes, he's been
Steven,
talking
let
like
him
this.
talk.
He's been talking like this forever, and he always says that. I bet you if I brought his name up to her, she would not know who we're talking about. And I'm not kidding.
Gareth sounds manic right now.
No, he doesn't. I'm actually with Gareth, too. I feel very 50-50 here.
He's been talking like this for so long.
And remember the same thing about tennis, Gareth. He said the same thing about tennis.
Remember when you guys
killed him.
And then retired on top, baby.
I killed him.
Retired on top, baby.
He talked about how I'm actually very good at tennis.
Then made a pickleball movie just to spite you.
Jake had to bring me in because they need an expert pickleball player, to do some work, and I did.
You got nervous while talking.
Hell no, I didn't. I fucking killed out there.
No, not on set. I mean, right now.
I got nervous while talking. Yeah, I did.
You killed it in the movie right there. You said he brought me because they needed him.
They had to pickle because pickles are made of vinegar in the brine and whatever.
All right, everybody, enjoy the show.
Hey, everybody, we just want to remind you, if you want to watch new episodes of We're Here to Help, it drops a day early on Hulu. So you can watch the new episode a day early. And we're also dropping a bunch of older episodes from season 1 and season 2. So get involved. And we're brought to you by Momentous. When people talk about energy, recovery, performance, what is one thing that they overlook? How about fiber? Momentous has a ton of products. I love Momentous, but they have Momentous Fiber Plus. So if you're training, you're taking protein, supplements, but one of the things you're overlooking is fiber. Fiber is so important. Most people think fiber is just about staying regular, but it actually plays a major role in stability, recovery, focus, overall performance. Once you understand how your gut health works, Momentous Fiber Plus stops feeling like just another supplement and starts feeling foundational. Momentous Fiber Plus helps your other supplements work even better as well. So your other supplements are elevated because of Fiber Plus. Fiber was something that I really needed to start incorporating. This has been a real great product. Like I said, I love Momentous. So right now, Momentous is offering our listeners up to 35% off your first order with promo code Here to Help. Head to livemomentous.com and use promo code Here to Help for up to 35% off your first order. That's livemomentous.com. Promo code Here to Help. And we're brought to you by Function Health. This has been quite a ride. Jake and I have both gone on with Function Health. You're trying to always figure out what's going on with your body, how you feeling. As you get older, you feel more inflammation. Whenever I come back from trips, I'm like, I'm going to get in shape. But it takes a minute. Your energy is off. You're feeling maybe less focused. It feels like I went for a run and I felt like I had another me on my back. But inflammation is something you don't feel until it's already doing damage. So that's what makes testing so important. So Chronic inflammation is one of the roots behind heart disease, metabolic dysfunction, accelerated aging. You won't feel it until it's already been building up for years. The three makers to pay attention to are CRP, HSCRP, which is one of the most clinically validated early warning signals for systemic inflammation, even small elevations that matter. So like glucose and insulin, because blood sugars are dysregulation and inflammation fuel for each other. Let me tell you something. Your vitamin D is low. That's something you're going to learn. Your vitamin D is low, and that causes inflammation. So I use Function. Check your health the way I do. 160 plus lab tests a year for $365, plus the ability to dive deeper into your results with Function's trusted connections to platforms that you already use, like ChatGPT and Claude. Join at www.functionhealth.com/here to help, or use gift code here to help 25 for a $25 credit towards your membership. Function is really amazing. So I recommend digging in, seeing what's going on with yourself. Jake and I have both done it and both been like, whoa.
Hello. How you doing?
Good. Yourself?
Good. Welcome to the show. We're here to help. Can we get your name, please?
Yes, sir. Let's call me Joe for now.
Okay, Joe, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from the Chicago suburbs.
Joe, what can we do for you today?
Yeah, I'm looking for some help with some upcoming performance anxiety, and I need a little hand with some recommendations.
Okay.
So recently, I got a vasectomy, probably about 5-ish months ago nowadays.
This kind of performance.
And so, yeah. And so,
I'm glad it's not an improv show. I would have hung up on you.
No,
Honestly.
I'm in my second class at the Improv
Trust
Olympic.
the process, always yes. By the way, one of my favorite things to watch an improv is when someone says no.
Me too. Or when somebody does the sliding door where they go like, well, now you're in this place. And the person goes, I'm in a bowling alley.
That's my favorite.
I love it when
Look
someone's
at the
bad.
junkyard. I run an amusement park. Okay?
All right, Joe. So you got a vasectomy. Our man Gareth is gonna.
I have some questions, but keep going.
Yeah, no. So it's been about 5 months. I called my office about a little over 2 weeks ago, planning to get my tests prior to Valentine's Day as a Valentine's Day gift. And the office told me that they no longer have the technology to do the test there.
Do what test?
So
what are they
can't,
testing?
They have to do the sperm analysis to confirm that my swimmers are no longer swimming.
So you got to do the vasectomy, and then maybe your semen are so intense it goes still pushing through.
Sorry, we linked the tubes back together. You ain't shutting us down.
By the way, if that's the case, Joe, have some kids. That might be a future leader.
Yeah.
No, the math changes after 2 kids.
Understood.
The call math changes, everything.
Never mind. You got the
changes.
2 already.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
So yeah, no, thank you. But yeah, so the office was, 15 minutes away from my house, so I could prepare the sample at home, deliver it to the office, bing, bang, boom, we're done. I get tested, and it's party time again. Now, however, I have to go to the local hospital, which is a little over a half hour away. And here's kind of where the issue comes in, is that the sample only stays good for a little over a half hour. So,
Jake,
factoring in the drive time, getting out of the
office. You got to masturbate there,
parking.
Brother.
Yes. And I've never done that at the hospital. And the other issue is that my phone monitors my work monitors my phone. There's like a device management software. So
Understood.
I'm kind of uncomfortable with doing it on my phone because I don't want that to be picked up by my employers. And so ultimately, I'm looking for some recommendations on how to warm myself up and get her done in the hospital bathroom that I've kind of never been at and never actually done one of those.
It's a sterile environment. Can I make an alt pitch?
Yeah.
Please.
I'm going to call it a carjacking.
You can get arrested.
Natalie,
Gareth.
hold on. I'm in the middle of
I'm
something.
with Natalie, but Gareth, keep finishing. Natalie, let him cook.
Natalie,
let him cook.
Let the guy cook a little bit. You can taste the recipe when the ingredients are mixed
taste
together.
the recipe in
You're
this
exactly
example.
right.
Go ahead, Gareth.
Thank you. pretty much at the end of my pitch. But what I'm going to recommend is that you find a dead zone, middle of nowhere. You drive, you get yourself 15 minutes away, but you find a nowhere. You put one of those screen protectors up. You get a little blinds for the car, and you sit up front in a more comfortable environment. And in the driver's seat, you pull a nut job.
You understand what he's pitching, yeah, Joe?
I do.
Your thoughts,
Don't do it, Joe. You're an adult. You make your own decisions.
Natalie,
Natalie,
this is the angriest she's ever been in a
Natalie,
pitch.
mute yourself. We're talking to Joseph.
Okay.
So I think practically, I don't think I could get the potential negative repercussions out of my head to get myself going enough to do that.
But would you say, Joe, that it's nice to know that there are options and that what I just did was give you a place where you go, hey, I don't want to go there. Now the other one seems a little bit better. And direct your answer towards
plan,
Natalie.
Gareth.
Direct your answer towards
That
Natalie and
wasn't your
Jake, who's
plan,
also seemed
Gareth.
pretty negative lately.
Hey, Joe, is it really sexy and fun to be labeled as a sex offender for masturbating in public?
Hey, Joe, is it
think so.
exciting to be getting away with a crime?
So it is, but those days are like done. That's when I was.
You know
still in
what
high
else
school
is
and
illegal? Having sex in an airplane bathroom. You know what else people do? They do that. It's called the Mile High Club.
Yeah, okay. We got to get this back on track. Joe,
I agree.
don't masturbate in your car, brother.
Yeah. And, yeah. So I don't know what to do.
Yeah, we're going to get back on track. This was as Gareth as a pitch as we've had since Parmesan the floor.
What? It's just a little. It's called carjacking. All right? It's the healthier version of carjacking.
I agree.
You got the Mile High Club. This is called the Mile Away Club.
Hey, G-Man.
Yeah.
Legally,
Yeah.
we cannot pitch for people to masturbate in their cars near hospitals.
Yeah, 100%. So that's I don't even know where to look anymore. Apparently, my camera eye line's off.
It's
but
not
yeah,
there.
do not do that. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. One thing we're never going to say to anybody on this show is masturbate in public.
Yeah, and I think what Jake's saying now is
No, Gareth.
Yeah.
Gareth, I'm not talking to you as a guy who loves you and a friend, yeah?
Yeah. 100%.
We're never going to pitch to masturbate in public, yeah?
100%. Your car to me is in public, 100%. I mean, I drive across the country, so you understand I have a little bias. I eat in the car. I cook in the car. Yeah. I'm just saying I understand what you're saying. I got a couch in the back of a van.
In your car, you got those weird little sun things.
Yeah, go ahead.
You got a little a mobile masturbating box.
Come on. I thought,
got a
are we moving
masturbating
on
box
or are
on
we
wheels.
digging deeper? Because you were moving on,
I'm
and now
moving
you're
on.
digging. Do you want to know more?
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to tell you more because apparently I've been breaking
I
the
want to
law.
ask a real question, no bit. When was the last time you masturbated? No, this is for Gareth. I'm sorry, Joe.
Joe
And
can
Gareth,
answer.
no jokey voice, real question to you. When was the last time you masturbated in a car?
Never.
If you lie, Gareth.
I'll get on a lie detector. Never.
Oh my God, we should do a lie detector test.
Go. Let's
Okay,
go.
Joe, back to you. I masturbated on a freight train. When I was 19, I used to hop freight trains, and I was so cold I masturbated on it. Just for
You
that
were
went
so
till now.
cold?
Yeah, me and this guy Joe, we
Not a
were
trash can with newspapers in it.
we hopped on one in Iowa, and we were in between, and we both thought we were beatniks and so cool, and I was so fucking cold. It was the middle of the night. He was like, "Man, we just drank some wine. Let's sleep." And I'm like, "This is the greatest." And I'm like, "I'm freezing to death. I need a little bit of warmth." Masturbated. Joe, back to you.
Natalie, nothing? You're muting on that part?
She's quitting. I just got a
My
text.
reaction was, what? What?
This was a different time. This is a different era.
I
This
mean,
might
you're
have been
hopping
literally.
freight
Colder. The
It literally
blood
might
would
have
leave
been
your
the
body
90s.
and go to your dick, and you would be colder. It doesn't make any sense.
Natalie, that's gross. Don't talk like
Yeah.
that.
Hey, Natalie, you don't understand the human body.
Natalie, you
You warm
know.
up, babe. You warm up.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Okay, Joe, back to you before we're dead. So no masturbating in public, but here's what I recommend. We're talking about the old school. Let's go old school, my man. There used to be an entire industry of magazines. You used to, back in the day, Joe, how old are you?
32.
See, you don't know this. But back in the day, you could look at like a J.C. Penney catalog, and it would literally be a lady in a swimsuit, and you'd be like, rip and save. That'll do it. We've just been so overexposed.
Yeah. No, we have. We've overstimulated.
Joe, go ahead.
Yeah, and so I guess Yes. So since I've been exposed to the websites, I don't know that a catalog or a JCPenney catalog would do it, but I could pick up one from my local bookstore and see if that gets me going.
Yeah, you can go. Look, Joe, you can go buy a nudie mag. No problem. You don't need to go to your local bookstore.
Where do they sell?
Go to an adult shop. You go to an adult shop. You're going to walk in there. You're going to see some stuff that's just probably going to shock you a little bit, but you're just going to go right to the magazines, and you're just going to go over there, snag one, and it'll be good. I would also say, as you lead up to the event, I have a lot of vasectomy questions. I'll probably save for the doctor, but are you on a pitch count? Are you allowed to? As far as you're jacking off, are you limiting your whacking off?
So you need to limit it for 48 hours before you give the sample so that you have a very strong sample and it's not a false negative.
I would widen that window. I would give yourself an 8-day lead up. Get the nudie mag. You'll be raring to go. That combination, I think, is going to get the cork out of the bottle.
But Joe, let me pitch you something. Here's what I'd like you to try to do. I want you to Google in the Chicagoland area. You can go on the north side of Chicago, Rogers Park, find a million places like this. Old world newsstands. But I want you to go in there and have a little bit of fun. I want you to wear a trench coat and sunglasses. And when you walk in there, I want you to go to one of these sex shops and buy a bunch of magazines like it's the early 1980s and you're buying smut. And this is just, you're doing this on your time. This feels bad. You're a creep, dude. And then you go right from there to the hospital, and you're having like your own little weird sexual adventure, and you feel weird about it. But you don't look at these magazines until you get into the room. Then you open the weird brown paper bag, and you're like, holy cow.
Well, you know what I like there, Jake? I like the get it and go. Also don't open them. Do not peruse what you're getting. No. Just cover shop, get 5, roll into the vasectomy doctor's place with a paper bag, and then treat yourself.
Oh, I got another one, Joe. Here's a wild one. Ask the wife to come with. Turn it into you fucking crazy kids. You go, hey, maybe we go in the bathroom. And she goes, you're wild. And you go, I got 2 kids. She goes, me too. You go, look at us being insane. Can you give me a little help?
Are you pitching?
Yeah.
His wife does the...
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm talking, turn it into a hookup.
It's, by the way, the only way to make a marriage hand job appealing. High stakes.
That sounds fun, actually. I like that one.
And it might be fun for her, too, to go like, this is insane.
Yeah.
And you go, you got to sneak into the bathroom together, but it's a hospital, so right before, go like this. Oh, my stomach hurts. And she'll go like this. I can go like this. You walk in and you go, that was a fake out.
I really like this, too. So you go there, you and the wife, you go in, she recovers the sample pretty much.
Yep.
That's exciting.
It's exciting. And guess what? It would be, because here's the reality. You did this together, yeah? You did this for her, for you guys, as you said earlier in the car, let's get the party started. Mm-hmm. So guess what? Let's get the party started. And it's called the Let's Get the Party Started festivities. You send her an Evite. There's one person on there to RSVP.
That's a really good idea. I'm gonna have to convince her to take off for a day, but I think it's worth it.
We're talking about take off for half a day, my king.
Or how about this? Take off for a day. After this, you go have a nice bite to eat.
Yeah, you
go see a movie. The rest of the day is a date.
And guess what?
You're going date in reverse. The semen's the beginning.
Or, Gareth, the dates before and you end at 5 o'clock.
Also love this.
They go to the hospital right before.
Love this. Glass of wine. Roll into the hospital a little tipsy.
But I mean it, Joe. You make it because this vasectomy is for you guys.
Yes.
It's a really good idea.
I like it a lot.
So, Joe, tell us how you're going to propose this to the old ball and chain, yeah?
So I kind of tried to get some help out of her and have her give me some ideas before I called in. And she was, she didn't actually know that I looked at porn. And so this is going to be an interesting conversation to start because she thought I was a little Boy Scout. So I think I'm probably going to just go out and tell her of hey, hon, I got a really good idea, and let's go to the hospital and see if we can make this work, me and you. Let's make a date out of it because we have not had a date day in a while, and that's a great idea in itself.
This.
Can I refine the pitch a little bit?
Please.
I would add some of the pepper that Jake had in earlier. I think a little bit of like, look, honestly, honey, I'm going to be honest with you. The sample part is not really very appealing to me. I do have some anxiety that in the hospital, I'm going to be able to perform. But what I was thinking is, you and I, this is for us. So what if we kind of had a day date leading up to the end, and when we go into the hospital, we hook up in the bathroom, you help me, and we just collect the sample kind of old school. A minor hookup, nothing too crazy, and then after that, we can go to the car.
Why limit it?
Couple miles away.
If it gets crazy, Gareth, it gets crazy.
Yeah, a couple miles away, we can get in the car and go have sex in somewhere far away if we want. Everything but the end.
Kill two birds with one stone.
Everything but the
I like it. I like it.
Well,
but I would add in some of the
I would rather
romance.
you have sex with her in the car than masturbate, to be honest.
I agree. Hey,
I don't think
everybody
that's insane to have sex in a car. I do think it's insane to masturbate.
Well, me
in a car.
either. But all of a sudden, we're starting to say, "Oh, okay, ejaculating in a car isn't that crazy because there's someone else there."
Masturbating.
I'm just saying, it's interesting the elements that make it okay for some people.
The only place to masturbate on something moving is a freight train.
I think that's just a wild piece of merch that we're definitely making,
Joe.
But Joe, I think
what are you
add
gonna do
in
here, King?
Add in that part. I think that's going to help the pitch.
I think I like that. I got to figure out the timing a little bit and how to make that romantic. Their opening hours are 6 a.m. to noon, but I think we can. We haven't done a morning date in a while. So
Morning
I think
date.
The dates after.
We go breakfast. We figure out bowling. Yeah, we do it. We do it and go on a nice date.
And then guess what? You guys are
perfect.
done by the time the kids get home from school. It's like day drinking.
Yep.
You're asleep by 8 p.m.
Yep.
Well, we normally are asleep by 8:30, so that's perfect.
I think this could really work. Do you have any interest in sending her a one-person Evite?
Yeah, I think that's an amazing idea. I'm going to do that for sure.
I think she could have fun at that and go like with the full RSVP on it. And she's like, it's just one person, and it's like party in the hospital bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Don't bring gifts. I'll provide one. HJ's welcome. So she's like, it's literally, we want her to go, you're a real life idiot.
And this sounds fun.
And also, you are a real life idiot. And you go, I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't do this without you. Joe, will you send us, if you do either a text or an Evite, will you send it to us and we'll black out the names?
Yep.
Oh, for sure.
And then please follow up with us.
Please follow up. And before we end the call, let's just be very clear again. The show is not advising anybody to masturbate in a car. That's not something we're doing. Or a freight train. I think, Jake, it's time for you to maybe walk away from what you said a little bit too.
I don't think people should masturbate on freight trains.
There you go.
Because
awesome.
Guess what? We're on Hulu now. And
That's
for people
right.
who said we've changed since Hulu, you're right.
You're right. And by the way, we would call that master freighting.
By the way, pre-Hulu, masturbate in your car.
What do we care? We're just two guys talking in weird little fake offices.
Now
Okay.
that we're on Hulu,
Now we're on Hulu. Hey,
don't masturbate in
come
your
on.
car.
You invite your wife to the hospital bathroom to jack you off, you idiot. Joe.
Hey, sorry about all
pitch it.
this talk. Hey, Natalie, throw a couple jackets on. I'm sure you're freezing.
All right, Joe. Thanks for the call. Keep us posted.
You got it. Thanks, guys.
All right. Love you so much. Thank you.
Appreciate the help. Bye.
All right. Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
That was a fun one.
Guys,
That was awesome.
so frustrating.
I think that's
All
a
right.
fair thing to say.
That was a great one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Here is another.
I think saying we're combined very frustrating is actually what this show is.
Two different versions of very frustrating, I think, is
I
very
think we are both frustrating.
Oh, without question. Without question.
I've been called frustrating so many times, and I find you frustrated.
I also find you frustrating, but it's great. What a great, but
Yeah, that's it.
being
We're
Natalie
frustrated.
during that was like, Jesus Christ.
All right, here you go.
Thanks, Natalie. Appreciate you.
And we are brought to you by Lisa. Oh, sweet Lisa. The mattresses at Lisa, huge fan. But listen, it's not about me specifically. Let's talk seasonal stuff. Spring is a reset. So if you're like me, you're trying to reset a bunch of things. Summer's coming. You know what I mean? You were kind of coming out of the hibernation phase. But speaking of hibernation, you still need great sleep. I recently switched to a Lisa hybrid mattress that's part spring, part not spring. Not spring the season. This is getting confusing. Spring is in, you get it. But it's a much needed change. As well as waking up with soreness sometimes. You know, I would be like my shoulders hurt and things like that. So I went online and I went to Lisa's website and I went through and they recommended which mattress I needed. I needed a little more spring in my mattress.
Each mattress is designed with specific sleep positions and feel preferences in mind.
When I got the Lisa hybrid mattress, my bed felt way more comfortable. My sleep improved. I fell asleep faster, longer, deeper. But you wake up, you feel rested. But I've been creating a much more peaceful way of sleeping, going to bed earlier because I love my mattress. Honestly, people find it strange how early I want to get into my bed now. Lisa isn't just about sleep, it's about impact. They work with local nonprofits to donate thousands of mattresses each year to families in need, with over 43,000 mattresses donated to date. Lisa, what aren't you doing? When do you rest Lisa mattresses? Because it seems like you're doing a lot. Maybe get on that hybrid mattress that I love so much. Go to lisa.com for 20% off select mattresses, plus get an extra $50 off with promo code here to help, exclusive for our listeners. That's LEESA.com, promo code here to help for 20% off select mattresses, plus an extra $50 off.
So go to Lisa, LEESA.com, promo code here to help.
Support the show. Let them know we sent you after checkout. Lisa.com, promo code here to help for 20% off hybrid mattresses. Just so.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, welcome to the show. We're here to help. Can we get your name, please?
Hi, my name is Maria.
Maria, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Philly.
Philly. You're here with Jake Johnson and the great Gareth Reynolds.
Hi, Maria.
Hey, what's going on?
Hiya.
So, Maria from Philly, what do you got today?
Okay. So my grandma, Peggy, lived to about 106 years old, and she had a really green thumb. So when she passed in 2023, my mom gifted me her 30-year-old African violet. And by the time it got to me, it was in pretty rough shape because my mom had flown with it from Florida to New Jersey and then
Maria,
nearly killed it.
Maria, I need you to stop a little bit. What the hell's an African violet? I'm assuming it's a violet from Africa.
It must be a nice plant.
Correct.
Is this something that most people know?
I don't even know. I myself do not have a green thumb.
Yeah.
So a little weary to begin with. It's a fancy violet that's incredibly hard to keep alive.
Sounds like
Is
a
basically what
nightmare.
I know.
And wait, we're seeing a photo.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, so it's just
Yeah.
it's just
nice.
a regular old plant, though.
Very nice. Sweet flower. But yeah,
But
it's a
this
I
doesn't
flower.
think they're normally outdoors, not indoors. My grandma lived in Pensacola, Florida.
Okay, so
I'm
these
in
are
Philly.
these are tropical type flowers. They need a lot of that sun. They don't want to
Yes.
live in fucking icy Philly in February.
Correct.
So Peggy dies and she says, I want Maria to have the flower.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not sure who said that I should have the flower. I have a feeling it wasn't Peggy. She's pretty particular, and I'm not great with plants. Well, I'm good with plants. I'm not good with flowers. And I think my mom confused that. So I think she suggested I get this violet.
Okay.
Crazy. And it's a 30-year-old plant?
Yeah, she has kept it alive for 30 years.
Good
That's
for her.
impressive.
That is impressive.
Yeah,
And what?
yeah,
and
she was
Maria,
amazing.
before we get into the question, what is the care of this African violet?
So you're supposed to water it from the bottom,
How do
And
you water it from the bottom? You have a little saucer?
Yeah.
yeah,
that
it
goes
has a
against
saucer
physics, yeah.
with, and it doesn't want a ton of light, but it wants daily light, filtered light.
Diva.
So, she's dramatic. And I've been watering it from the bottom, but it was really not doing too great. So I was like, I'm just going to give her a little water from the top. And that's kind of where it all went downhill.
Ooh, keep going.
Yeah. So we've had some ups and downs. At one point, I even brought her to somebody to revive her.
Oh, you killed the son of a
friend.
bitch.
Yeah, it's dead. It's dead.
She's dead.
The tense is giving you away, but you took it to the plant ER.
You killed the son of a bitch?
100% dead, no doubt. You took it to the ER. Someone tried. It was too late. You killed
my
it. You wanted from the top. You ignored the cardinal rule.
You murdered it?
You killed it.
I think I've killed my grandma's plant.
Good for you.
Wow.
All right, Maria. So is this just confession, or is there something you want?
Okay, so
Wow.
my question is, do I tell my mom the truth? Do I fess up? Or do I buy a new
Oh my
African
God, I'm
violet?
looking at the death.
Oh my
Also,
God.
what is that weird mannequin you have behind it?
Oh, we're looking at a picture. It's a baby little African violet, and then whatever the hell's behind it looks like a magnetic mannequin torso.
That's been burned.
That is,
and
that's a dress form. That's Bertha. I turned it into a lamp.
Okay.
this feels like your Peggy sent this violet to Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
And he was
honestly.
tortured to death.
Yeah.
Did you put it in a little hole and throw food at it down there?
Just
Maria, this is
try
heartbreaking.
to lotion from the bottom.
It was
is
not the best
heartbreaking.
choice for the caregiver. I will admit that.
Okay, and how long did you have this flower until you murdered it?
Okay, so it was like since April of 2023. Well, that's when my mom got it. And then, so probably since like September of 2023.
Okay, so you had it for 3 years before you killed it.
Yeah.
That's better than I
We've
thought.
been through
I
a
thought
lot.
Is
All
it
right.
tough to hear Jake say murder and killed so much, Maria?
Listen, I felt the same way.
Yeah.
Maria, let
To
me
be
ask you
honest.
another question that only matters because of, for me, as, you know, a 47-year-old man. But what's your age?
I am 37.
Okay. So I think that matters a little bit to me. Because if you were 24, I would have a different tone. But you murdered
Less
it.
forgiving.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you're a kid. You're too busy drinking natty lights.
Yeah. I'd be like, and also, this is on your mom. Why would she give this to you?
Right?
but-
Okay. I feel like I was set up for failure. And I think she knew that.
Interesting. She wanted you to kill her mom's flower so she didn't have to.
You think it's that?
So here's my
premeditated?
pitch to you, Maria. I want you to call your mom out and go, you listen to me. I know what you did. You wanted me to off the flower because you didn't want blood on your hands. Let me tell you this, bitch. Blood's on both our hands.
That's a crazy call to make, considering we haven't heard the problem yet. You know that.
I didn't, but you're right.
Okay. Yeah. Let's.
Maria, what can we help you with today?
Well, the problem is, do I tell my mom the truth?
Yeah, Jake
maybe
already
in
solved
that
it.
way?
We got it.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Here's what
or
I think.
Do I replace it with a fake?
No, you can't replace this with a fake. No,
No.
this is an African violet.
Well, the
We're
same
not talking
problem
about
is
some-
going to be there. You don't know how to take care of this thing. If you did, the highest stakes version, you killed.
Yeah, but she's talking about then does she go like, I just want to hand it back to you. And she goes, this isn't an African violet. This is a Target violet.
It's just wires,
Yeah, this is something you got
crepe
like
paper.
There's a Philly violet.
Yeah.
So, Maria,
Yes.
let me ask you a real question. What is your mother's relationship with her mother, Peggy?
They were close. They were pretty close. Yep. They did like the regular phone calls.
Okay.
We are, a family that doesn't tell everybody everything. So she did keep some secrets from my grandma.
What kind of secrets did she keep?
Okay. So my brother passed away.
Oh,
And it's cool. It's fine. We've moved on. However, my mother was convinced that telling Peggy would kill her. So we weren't allowed to tell Peggy.
Oh my God. So let me just tell you right now, Maria, it's fine to lie to your mom about the flower.
Yeah.
Right?
Maria, take the guilt off. She lied to her mother about her son. You're talking about an African violet? Hey, don't even feel bad. Take this one to the grave. Your mom goes, how's the flower? You go, healthier than ever. You got to water it from the bottom.
A-okay.
100%. This is going back to the premise of this pitch. We're in a bar. I'm going like this. After you just told me that thing about your brother, I go, what are you talking about? And I go to the bartender, get her a drink on me and also lie forever.
Yeah.
You nuts?
Yeah.
Of course lie.
Okay.
Not only that,
Kind of what I was hoping to hear.
Yeah, Maria, say this.
Okay.
Hey,
Yes.
you know what I would do? Have fun with the lie.
You know what? That's
Love
what I
it.
was just going to say. Why don't you give it the version of like we took the dog to a farm where it can go run around and play and be free?
Yeah,
Why
crazy
don't you
news,
say,
Mom. I planted it.
I found someone who loved African violets. It's in a greenhouse surrounded by other ones. Apparently it's thriving. It's never
It's
been
making
better.
friggin' babies.
It's fruiting. We didn't know they gave fruit. There's a special berry apparently.
But the berry's disgusting.
Yeah, so that's why it's out of our lives.
No, but what I would honestly say is, Mom, I'd go, Mom, I got to just tell you, the joy that I'm having with this, I've never felt closer to Peggy. This thing, you know what it is? You water from the bottom. It's finicky, but it's love and Philly. And then I did another thing, Mom. I took one of the little seeds of it. I gave it to my friend, Steve Berg. He's a real green thumb. He'd eat anything.
This guy basically eats dirt.
And he's growing them out in Omaha now, Mom. Your mom would love it. Right now, he just said they got about 100 little African violets. They're spreading like weeds out there.
I like this.
I do too, because I think if you're comfortable with it, what Jake's pitching is like you get away with your first issue plus some catharsis. You get some makeup lies that are kind of just
this deserves that
karmic ability to embellish here.
This deserves that.
I like this a lot.
Karmic embellishment.
And
what do you think of that initial?
I think Peggy deserves.
I
the
agree, but what do you think of
embellishment
that? What do you think of Jake's pitch? I mean, I think that's pretty good. We can add on to it if need be, but that's pretty good to be like.
That.
It's almost like spreading ashes. It's like you've taken Peggy to a bunch of other places, and she's now franchised.
And now what you're saying to Peggy also, spiritually, sorry we lied to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got my revenge on Mom, though.
I love it.
And you know what?
And I think you would too.
Yeah, Mom might have been right about you, Peggy. It might have been too much to handle, which there's a lot of truth to that. Emotionally, that might have just been too much for old Pegster. It would be too much for me.
Yeah.
But guess what? You got lied to. And now, Peggy, say a little prayer to her and go, let's get her.
Ugh.
Let's heighten this one, Peg. And then go. And if your mom ever goes, you know, you lied to me, you go, I did. And go, does my brother ring a bell, you maniac?
You know, there was that show, The Ghost Whisperer.
We're even.
Jake's the ghost fibber. Jake is. I really think that that is like the perfect solve. You're just gonna tell a tall tale
for
to
years.
Get some wild spirit revenge
for years. And when you do
and
it,
it gets you off the hook.
I want you to think of Peggy and give her a little smile.
Absolutely.
So Maria,
every few months you add on another state.
Of course.
I guess Steve Berg took it to Wyoming. Fucking thing is going crazy.
But let's do this. Let's hear. I want you to play both characters, Maria. Will you do you and your mom?
Okay, I can
and
try.
Don't worry about being funny. Just try to actually how your mom sounds. You know how to do your mom. And just how this conversation could actually go down.
Okay. Okay. And be like, hey, Ree, just calling to check in. How's Peggy's Violet doing? And I'm going to say, oh, I completely forgot to tell you. I met this guy named Steve Bird, and he was like an African violet enthusiast. And he asked if he could take Peggy's Violet on the road and kind of like spread its seeds in as many states as he can get to. he really wants to like propagate this 30-year-old violet because it's like, an heirloom, and spread it as far as he can in America. It's like kind of something he does with like really rare plants.
Incredible. She goes, how'd you find Steve Bird?
He was on one of the job sites, and we just got to talking about plants.
Oh my God. This is so good, Maria.
Can I add a little more? It's great.
Please.
You handle it. Why don't we say Steve Bird is kind of a nature enthusiast? That's why they call him Steve Bird. And so he saw this and he really enjoyed doing something like this.
As well as because the funny fact that's really underknown, the African violet was originally a North American violet that was brought to Africa, but it's actually native to here.
We're gonna pull a Mormon Jesus over here.
Jake,
yes.
we're
making up lies.
But we're lying. We're lying personally ungoogleable. Now we're moving to like you got conned. You gave Peggy's African violet to some weird liar.
No, you say this. It's not well known.
Oh, he's a plant conspiracist.
Google doesn't even know.
He's a plant conspiracist.
He's the guy.
He's the guy.
Him seem less reputable.
Don't do this
sure.
then.
Then
let's back
away.
up. Earlier today, Gareth gave a pitch to a guy to masturbate in his car near a sperm bank.
Yeah, and if you believe it or not, Jake was opposed to it, even though he jacked off on a train once when he was drunk with a friend. But Maria, what we're trying to say, I think what you just pitched is perfect.
Me too.
The way that you kind of handled that conversation. I wouldn't be afraid to say, look, this guy's last name is Bird. He's a nature guy. And every 6 months, if it comes up, you say, oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you. It's in Hawaii now. It's crushing. Peggy is everywhere, Mom. And so what Jake said, the reason you're doing this is because you and Peggy just teamed up to get a little bit of fun revenge on your mom while getting you off the hook.
I love this. And not to mention my brother Dave, because he would also really love this.
So this is the three of you.
Oh,
you,
wait,
Dave,
no, wait.
and
You know what
Peggy.
you could do? Rather than Steve Bird, Dave Bird.
Oh, Dave Bird. This is perfect. Yes.
And
Yes.
I've got a question for your grandmother, Peggy. What's something about another thing besides Peggy? Did she have a nickname? Where is she from in Florida? How can we name this so it's right under your mom's nose and she's totally going to miss it? So something that is your brother and your grandmother combined is the nature enthusiast.
I love that. Well, her first name is actually Margaret. Everybody calls her Peggy. She's in Pensacola, or was in Pensacola.
Dave Pensacola?
Dave Cola.
Dave
Cola.
Dave Margaret.
Dave Margaret. Dave Margaret's great.
Great. That's how
Kind of
you
it.
could say that when you saw that was the combination, that was sort of, made you feel right about it. Don't push it.
You don't do
I
that.
agree.
That's a terrible idea.
I know. You're the guy.
That's as
who-
bad as mine doing the weird thing about lying about Google.
Well, I'm just saying. It's a
Talking
safe
past
space.
the clothes kind of
I
thing.
agree. She's in the car. The motor's started. Why am
How
I
about
saying, hey, we
this?
got another model?
How about this? For Pensacola, Florida, PF Dave Margaret. Like PF Chang's.
Or
okay. Or
How about PF Chang?
stop. Go ahead, Maria.
next. I was thinking Kwiatkowski was her last name. Her
Kakowski?
maiden name. Kwiatkowski.
Okay.
Too specific.
Is that too specific?
It's
Okay.
impossible to get away from that one.
Cohen?
Cohen was her my mom's maiden name.
No,
Dave
because
Cohen?
then your mom's gonna go like,
We needed something that your mom doesn't know.
Huh.
what was Peggy's favorite food?
Fried chicken.
Dave Chicken.
Oh,
wait,
What about
Scotty?
Sanders?
Sanders. Colonel Dave.
Colonel Dave.
Colonel Dave. Colonel Dave, the flower guy.
The
Colonel
flower guy.
Dave, the flower guy.
I like it.
I do too, because then you go like, it's really fun. Colonel Dave. Oh my God, he's such a character, but he's a real flower guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did
Travels
lie to
with
me.
flowers.
Yeah, the only thing is he lied to me and said that it was originally an American violet, which was stupid. I Googled it.
But again, I
that's
don't
not
even know why
accurate.
you'd get that in there.
And then also, Gareth said masturbate in a car 2
What are
hours
you
ago.
talking about? What are you talking about?
And that
Same
was the craziest
space.
pitch I've heard since Parmesan cheese. He literally told a man who he should
Well,
masturbate in a
hey,
car near a hospital.
At least people can't show up with something for me to sign on that one.
They will. They'll figure it out. Okay,
Sure what'll be
so
signing.
Maria, what do you think? Where are you at here?
I think we nailed it. I think Colonel Dave is the perfect
Colonel
cover.
Dave is great.
Colonel Dave.
She'll never do the math on that.
Nope.
No. And I don't really think she knows how to Google, so I think we're good
No,
there.
I think we're fine too.
Doesn't mean we go back to
And
what
then
Jake was saying. But keep
really
going.
fast, Maria. You happy with this?
I'm very happy.
Okay.
I really
so
love the idea of spreading Peggy's ashes
I do too.
in a sense.
I think this is a big win. I'd love you to follow up with us. But before we go, people bring in, please don't interrupt, Gareth. People bring Parmesan cheese to Gareth's show and make him sign it. But he just said, because he said earlier there was a call about somebody who needs to masturbate.
Yeah, we
at
heard.
a-
We heard.
Please
We
don't
remember-
interrupt.
we remember that part.
But
You
let's
said that
not
part.
turn this into a loud argument at the end. Can I ask her a question?
Are we going to bring up? Okay, maybe I should
All
start
right, never
signing
mind.
freight trains.
Never mind.
All right.
No. So he
Come on.
said, thank you, Maria, not Gareth. So the caller before was they need to masturbate because in a hospital because they need to give sperm to see if their vasectomy
Obviously.
worked. So we were talking
Right.
about ways to do it, and Gareth goes, "Oh, go in your car and put like weird shades down and just masturbate in your car." And Natalie said that's illegal. So then he just said now, well, at least people won't be signing anything like that at one of my shows. What do you think people could bring him that he would have to sign that would be embarrassing that would connect to this? Like a sun shield, maybe, that said like masturbator inside. That he
Or
would
like-
have quiet
you know
masturbating
that,
in
stick
here.
on, you know that sticker that like of the guy smoking the cigar with the hat?
Yes.
Something like that
Yeah, that's
on the
interesting.
side of the window.
So if anybody can think of what to bring Gareth,
Could be
to
a
the
sample
show-
cup. Could be a van
sample-
key.
Sample cup is pretty good.
Sample cups.
Sample cup might be it. And then Gareth will sign
like
it
one of
every
those-
single time. Don't masturbate in your car, Gareth Reynolds.
Hey, and if you want to just put
Oh,
some
how about a
Parmesan in the
parking
sample
ticket?
cup.
Parking tickets,
Parking
great.
tickets.
Maria, thank you for the call. Follow up with us, please.
Thanks, Maria.
Guys,
Good
you
luck.
got it.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Oh, fuck. Why that worked there was because you were going to walk away from saying it. So I had to shut up.
And we are brought to you by Saily. Saily is an eSIM service app from the people who brought you NordVPN. We all know NordVPN.
Here you can choose from several affordable eSIM data plans in over 200 destinations.
Significantly reduce and even eliminate roaming fees, which I will tell you, one time I left my phone on Rome for a whole trip. Not in Rome, in England, and it was crazy. It was crazy. So Saily Ultra is designed for the modern frequent traveler, for those taking multiple trips a year, navigating long journeys with layovers. Ultra provides more than just data. It enjoys seamless experience with VIP travel perks like airport lounge access. Want to be one of those people? Fast track services and advanced online security. I mean, think about what we're talking about here. There's never been a time to want online security more. So it's going to save you time so you don't need to wait in line at the airport to get your SIM card when you get there. You download it once. With Saily, an eSIM needs to be installed just the one time, so you don't have to keep installing it every time you go to another country. You can avoid scams. Look, I understand what you're thinking. You're thinking, Gareth, you're a guy who traveled without a passport one time, and then a guy who was behind your friend Luke in line decided to fly with it, and he was a total stranger, but you did end up meeting with him at an airport. Why would I listen to you? You're not listening to me. You're listening to Saily. So you're going to save your mobile data. There's ad blockers, 24/7 support. Look, this is it. If you travel, let's go. Get an exclusive 15% discount on Saily eSIM data plans. Download Saily app and use code here to help at checkout.
That's SAILY.
Sweet Jessie here. This next call is a follow-up from episode 267, Bad Girl of Trader Joe's with Kyle Mooney.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Can we get your name, please?
Yes, this is Joanna. I'm calling from Chicago. I was on the episode with Kyle Mooney.
Okay. And what was the first call? Just remind us.
Yeah, so I called in initially about having ghosted Trader Joe's after being offered a job there. And ever since, yeah, I was like having awkward run-ins with the staff who'd interviewed me every time I went back to
We
shop.
went pitch crazy on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were
I think
a
we
lot
got
of
excited
good
because Kyle was there.
Kyle, we were having fun.
He's
Who
funny.
wouldn't? And then, okay, I remember very clearly. So, Joanna, what did we say? What was our advice? What was our pitch, and what did you go with?
So the ultimate pitch that I ended up deciding to go with was kind of committing to a bit of sorts, like acting as if I'd accepted a job at Jewel Osco instead by getting like a uniform
Which is across
for
the street.
Jewel Osco.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
and wearing it
Joanna.
whenever I shop.
So, that's
Joanna,
awesome.
do we have photos of you in the Jewel Osco outfit, I
Freaking
hope?
better.
Yes, I sent
right.
a lot of pictures in.
So, first of all, the pitch was, to be very clear to anybody who didn't listen to the first one, you got offered a job at Trader Joe's. You ghosted them, but you still need to go to the Trader Joe's. So you said, how do I deal with the awkwardness when I see the people? And the pitch came that you dressed like you took a job at Jewel Osco and you wear Jewel Osco clothes. That's a rival grocery store, very Chicago specific.
So basically saying to Trader Joe's, I got hired across the street, maybe, but also I'm crazy and I'm still shopping.
And so, Joanna, let's see the photos and then tell us what happened.
Okay, awesome.
So we've got a photo of you in a Jewel Osco shirt and you're in the bathroom and you've got the name tag.
It's
Yeah.
very
So-
convincing.
Right? I even looked up like what pants they're allowed to wear with the uniform, everything. So I did my research. I found like what the current uniforms look like.
Okay.
And I went online and found some on like Depop, if you know what that is. It's like a thrift store online, basically.
yeah, right.
Incredible play.
But
All right, can we
yeah,
see the
so I
next
found,
photo?
like,
Next
Oh,
one
yeah.
is an action shot. It
Oh
sort of looks
my
like
God.
you were. Now, is this is kind of just below your face? If we see the name tag. Are you in the Trader Joe's here?
Yes, I can tell by the
Yes,
mural.
I'm
I thought so. Okay,
The
so you're
mural,
in-
by the way, beautiful shot by putting
great
that in the mural.
action shot.
Oh
Okay, now
my God.
We've got cart POV back on Joanna, so we're seeing the
Good for
cart.
you.
She's shopping, and by the way, the jacket was open just enough to show that
Yes.
she is a Jewel Osco.
You're an all-star for doing this.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay.
I
so-
did take the jacket fully off at one point too, so that you could see the stitching on the side of the sleeve.
Incredible.
So,
So,
yeah,
what
we're
was
seeing it
so?
all.
All right, Joanna, what happened?
So basically, that was my first time going back, like wearing it and everything. And while I was walking around, I did see a couple of the people who were like part of the interviews that I was in. And when I saw them, like before, we just kind of had like shifty, awkward eye contact or whatever. But they definitely like clocked the uniform and the name tag, like looked down at it and then kind of smiled at me. So I was like, okay, maybe things are friendly now. Like I felt better after that interaction, even if they think I'm really weird. Like I felt more comfortable knowing that they like have an idea of why I might have not ever responded. to the
Interesting.
job
Jake,
offer.
Jake, can I just say this Joanna is doing
Excellent.
exactly this is what this is.
I
We
agree.
give you the walking orders and then you go out and bring it to a new level, crush it, and it
this
gives
is-
you the sense of security and so this is what it's all about.
This is what the show's all about.
Without
You're totally
question.
right,
Yeah.
Gareth.
And going out there committing to the bit, which is funny, but also
But it also works.
works. This
Because
works.
now
this
they go-
is the system.
Now they go, oh, you know that girl? Yeah, she works at Jewel Osco. And one of them goes, fuck her. What a stupid decision. And you go, fine. Guess what? It's now not weird.
And you don't have to
Yeah.
wear it over and over again. I
be
kind
cool
of
if you
like the
did. I
idea that
would.
you do, though.
I would also, by the way, you got a Halloween costume.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a flattering look.
Absolutely.
I would
thinking
rock that a lot.
Yep.
You're a Jewel Osco girl.
Oh, yeah. Yep. It's a perfect Halloween costume, and I have like the red one. I have a gray one.
Oh,
I was
my
thinking of like wearing the red one sometime because it's just so
Do it.
bright and like
Do it.
just
Valentine's
wearing
Day.
next
Wear it
time I
now.
go.
Yeah.
Go shopping tomorrow.
Exactly. It's something.
But by the way,
Yes.
what I would actually do is I would wear that for the next few times to really drill it home. And then, you just go to Trader Joe's after you finish working because you're also complimenting them. You're saying, I took a job there because I got paid more, but I do shop here after work at Jewel Osco.
Can I make another pitch, Jake? And this, we're happy. I'm happy.
There's a bell ring.
It's all right. Well, question. You kidding me? My arm hurts from ringing it so hard. Maybe we do
That's
this
a
for a
weird thing
few
to
months.
say.
Stop. Maybe we do this for a few months, and then maybe we throw on like a Lowe's outfit. You've changed places.
Crazy.
Maybe a Home Depot apron.
Crazy.
Something
We don't need her to be every 3 months she works at a new corporate chain.
might be fun.
She's a manager at Jewel Osco. We've won. Let's not go insane.
Let's have some fun.
Every 3 months she's in a new, all of a sudden she works at Toys R Us.
You hate that?
There's a Walgreens
She wears
across the street.
There's a what across the street, Joanna? That sounds
a
like a fun
Walgreens.
place to fake
All
work.
right, Joanna, let's get you in a goddamn Walgreens outfit.
Come on. August is Walgreens. You leave Jewel
Goddamn.
Osco.
How about this? Every single time you go in there, you're wearing a different corporate uniform.
How about this?
Different.
No, let's create a bridge.
You're just insane.
One day you go in there in your Jewel Osco and let's do some running mascara down your eyes and maybe the Jewel Osco shirt's ripped a little bit.
No.
2 weeks later,
Victor,
stop.
no,
Let me-
not
let me-
ripped. Not
stop.
ripped.
A little ripped. And then 2 weeks later,
Yes to the
you're happier
crying,
in
not to
Walgreens.
ripped. She didn't get beat up.
No, she didn't get bit, but she fought another employee.
It's an insane pitch. The beginning is wonderful. We do raccoon eyes.
Yeah.
You walk in there and you go like, anybody else feeling blue because they just got fired for being a perfect employee? And then you go in the next day with champagne, you got a Walgreens outfit. Way cleaner pitch.
And by the way, hey, I'm just happy we got somewhere nice. I think that's lovely.
Joanna, don't do any of that. You've already won, but I am
Maybe
going
do
to
some of
pitch.
that. Keep going.
I am going to pitch red outfit.
Okay. So wear the red one. Yeah. I was thinking of doing that anyways next time. So
And
I'll
do us a
try,
favor. Let's push it a little bit. Will you take a video of yourself in the red outfit, pretending to be on a call as you walk by? So like you're touching your ear. So it's like, and then say as you walk by the thing, I just worked 2 doubles. And you go, fine, yes, I can work this weekend, but I'm not doing the deli department.
By the way, I just want to point out that Walgreens employees do wear red. So, it's not crazy.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Well, Best Buy's got a cool. You could be on the Geek Squad.
I don't hate that either. I don't know if you're having fun, but I'm loving what you're doing.
But Joanna, will you really just see if you can heighten it without laugh? If you laugh, you could ruin the whole thing. But if you happen to be able to do a little video, and we'll put it at the end of the episode if we get it. If not, then we all know it didn't work.
Okay.
But just a little video of you walking by that area where we don't need to see them, where we just hear you pretending to talk on the phone to your manager, Jewel Osco. They're working you to the bone. And no, you can't come in right now. You're currently grocery shopping. You just
At
worked 8
Trader
hours.
Joe's, mind you.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
you have been in the deli department 3 days in a row. You smell like honey baked ham. You need a day off. So,
Yep.
Joanna, give us a
Okay.
taste of what you think you're going to do. Don't worry about my dialogue. That was just a pitch. This is a view it like Curb Your Enthusiasm. You got the beat sheet, but you're allowed to improvise.
Well, I think that it would be helpful to have someone come with me and maybe try to like film discreetly so I could like hold my phone up to my ear.
do it.
I got a pitch on that.
So I
Why
might
don't
You're
you
not
just
going to do it.
that.
No, why don't you put it like you had in the cart before, facing you. Hold the AirPod on your ear, and you're just talking to the AirPod.
But GR, if she's got a friend who could do it,
Don't hate that at all.
neither.
I don't hate a DP.
I could try either. I
Great.
can try both.
Great.
I can do a couple of calls.
Great.
But yeah, so you're saying like when I'm passing by some of the people that I recognize from the
Yes.
interview?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
He's saying
exactly
sell it.
right.
Okay.
So let's just hear what that phone call is going to sound like coming from you, just to make sure we're not leading you into murky waters.
Okay. I think it would be something like, Listen, I'm beat from the last few days. I can't make it in for another shift tonight. I just smell like jewel meats. I need to get this stench off me. I'm trying to provide for my family right now and go shopping, and I just can't make it back in.
This is perfect.
Great. Yep.
Okay.
Guess what? Nail in the coffin. They go, she's a hardworking woman. They're fucking her in the deli department. She's screwed. She should have taken this job. Now we feel bad for her.
Yep. Exactly.
And guess what? You know what I won't. You know what I wouldn't hate, Joanna? Raccoon eyes with your mascara, because you made a big mistake.
I did, and I know it.
You know it. Jewel Osco's a disaster.
This story.
Yeah.
And just so they go like that, and here's what we want from the people who work in there. She's a sweet gal, but she fucked up.
Well, then, I mean, I want to get off the call, Jake, but then it does open me up to, for as long as why not create the story? So then she's down in the dumps. She burned the jewel bridge. But 2 months later, she's married a millionaire.
No,
she's got diamonds on her phone.
2 months later,
a big hat.
she's working at Walgreens.
Yeah.
So, Joanna, congratulations on a wonderful job, a
Way
big
to
win.
go.
But what
Way
are you
to
going to
go.
do? What are you going to actually do next, if anything? You could also say, hey, guys, I won, and I'm happy with the win. But we want to hear from you.
Yeah, no, I think I'm definitely happy with what's happened so far, but I'm kind of right now, like with this bit, and I'm excited to continue doing it.
Okay,
and I kind of
good.
had fun when I
Great.
went the first time, so I think I want to keep playing into it.
I think that
and
makes a lot of
definitely do the
sense.
red polo next. Yeah,
Great, then follow up with us.
will do.
Because let
Thank
me actually
you.
say something to the
yeah.
audience too.
Go ahead.
Let me get on my soapbox.
Go.
The line of this show is this. Problem serious to the caller. We take it seriously, but we don't mind when the caller has fun with the bit too. We're going after a solution, but it's fun.
We love it.
It's meant for comedy. If they want to
Yes.
heighten a little bit too, great. As long as the problem's real and you're really trying it, worth it.
Yep.
Yo, when we first started doing this, there were a couple times where we were like, look, divorce is hard. And we were like, no.
Not us.
No.
Joanna, thank you for the call.
Thank you, Joanna. Way to go.
Thank you guys so
Way to
much.
go.
Have a
Way to
good
win.
day.
You too. Talk to you later. Bye.
We're Here to Help is hosted by Jake Johnson and Gareth Reynolds. If you'd like to be on the show, please email us your question at helpfulpod@gmail.com. And if you want to watch video episodes of We're Here to Help, you can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/heretohelppod to see our entire catalog.
We're Here to Help is produced by Rabbit Grimm Productions, executive producers Rob Hollis, Jeff Porter, and Natalie Hollis, associate producer Jesse Thurston, editing, mix, and master by Chris Fowler.
Theme song by Oliver Raleigh. The cover artwork is by James Fosdyke. Animations by Andrew Strelecki. And if you'd like to see Gareth do stand-up on the road, go to GarethReynolds.com. Remember, all of the advice given on We're Here to Help is for entertainment purposes only, and all listeners should be adults and make their own decisions.
That was a HeadGum podcast.